Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence, the 17th. Man, oh man, the responses that I'm getting on the fallacies and the biases and stuff. Okay, here are three more things that you might want to consider as you look at decision making, as you look at ideas that are presented to you, as you look at continuing with projects that you've started or that you're considering starting. Let's take a look at these. I gave you three last time, three more this time. The first one is the bird in the hand fallacy, right? The bird in the hand fallacy is our tendency to choose a smaller reward that we might get sooner rather than delaying gratification and getting a larger reward that we might have to wait for, right? So, a bird in the hand worth two in the bush, that sort of thing. So, there are times when, and you've probably seen these little experiments with toddlers where they give them so many goldfish crackers and they're instructed to share them with their friends. And if they do share them with their friends rather than eating them, which is like, telling me not to eat chocolate, to not eat a goldfish cracker for a toddler, they'll get more. And the question is, can they delay that gratification? And when we talk about our stuff, would I rather take something really easy, like a short audiobook that I might make a little bit of money from now, rather than taking on a larger project that would take us a longer time to complete, but maybe give us more return? And these things are all over the place in life. It's not just the projects that we take on, but it's the, do I want to take care of a task that isn't all that glorifying or satisfying or fun. Sometimes it's a little drudgery. Do I want to do that just so that I can enjoy something that I really like later, knowing that I've finished that which I've accomplished? So that's the bird in the hand fallacy. So watch for that. Also, the overconfidence fallacy, and I almost didn't include this because I don't want anybody to get the idea that I'm trying to, in any way, shape, or form, knock you down, knock me down, knock anybody down. But this is the fallacy that we have overconfidence in ourselves. We believe we are better than we actually are, or more likely, we believe that we know everything we need to know to take care of any situation. And this makes it hard for us to accept help from others. And I've got a video that I'm planning on doing coming up on mentoring. Maybe it's like, if I admit that I need help on something, then clearly I'm not a professional or I'm not good enough to do this. So I'm just going to assume that I am good enough to do this. I can do this. I don't need anybody's help. I'll take care of this myself. You can never stop learning. I just got finished taking two classes that, I did know a lot about the subjects in each of the classes, and I did do well when it came to doing the work in the classes. But there were always little tiny things that I was just fascinated with, that I could pick up off the ground, these little golden nuggets just lying there, just waiting for me, because I was open to the idea that I'm not the best in the world at this. I'm pretty good. And maybe there are times when I feel like I'm better than I actually am. It happens. But I am definitely open to learning more, even if it's something that I feel I'm expert at, because you never know. There are always going to be people that are better than you. There are always going to be people that are not as good as you, but you can learn from both ends of the spectrum with you in the middle. And then finally, in this particular video, let's talk about the sunk cost fallacy. And this one is really hard for me because you put effort into something, you lay the groundwork, you make your plans, you go and you get the assets that you need, you get the training you need to get it taken care of, and then it doesn't work out. Or it serves its useful life, and if you continue to do things that way, you're not going to get the same return that you got throughout the course of its useful life, right? Um, it's twofold, actually. It's projects that you thought would kick off a great deal of benefit, but they don't. But because you put so much work in them, they're hard to let go of, right? Oh, but I've spent so much time on this. I really need to, it's like people have certain tools that they use, software that they use, processes that they use, and they've always used those. And they put a lot of work into learning how to do those things and use those things well. So when another possibility comes along, it's really hard to let go of what you're familiar with and what you know and what you've sunk costs into. And then it's also one of those things where if you, and again, I'm going to do a video on this as well. If you get started in something and you can see very clearly it's not going to do what you thought it was going to do, that's the time to kill your baby. That's the time to say, okay, so that you don't have the regret of sinking a lot of costs into something that you thought was going to be very fruitful but wasn't. So the bird in hand fallacy, the overconfidence fallacy, and the sunk cost fallacy. You know, you think about these fallacies and you think, how in the world do we ever get anything done in a great way, in a positive and effective way, with all of these fallacies just lurking around the corner waiting to nail us, right? So any of these things ring for you? Any of these things ring true for you? Have you ever been in a situation where you've fallen prey to one of these fallacies? Leave me a comment below this video if you're on VO2GoGo. That's where the conversation is sane and mediated and polite. I love that. You can leave them on VO2GoGo if you want to, but I'd really like you to go to vo2gogo.com. I'm sorry, you can leave them on YouTube if you want to. Did I say that? I don't know. But we'd really like you to leave them on VO2GoGo because that's where I sort of hang out and answer things. And there's a whole bunch of really awesome stuff at VO2GoGo for you that will help you learn and grow and become more successful as a performer. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel and be notified when these one-a-day videos come out, we're going to do one for the rest of the year every single day. Go ahead and click on my head there. If there's no head, look for a subscribe button somewhere on the page. If you'd like to see the latest episode I've done, click on that frame and YouTube will play it for you. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.